Hey, y'all. I saw a clip of Trent Reznor in the 80s with his band. Was it Slam Bamboo or was it uh something birds? Something birds. But maybe there was a third one. Well, he was in Slam Bamboo for a moment. I don't think that was like his band, but he had like Flock of Birds or something. And uh, they are performing Eyes Without a Face by Billy Idol, which was one of my favorite songs when I was 8 years old. Um, I remember it being on the radio, and every time it came on, I was just so happy, and I would sing along. And then I also listened to like the rest of David Bowie's discography as I got a little older. My dad really was into Billy Idol, and we saw him live, probably 15 years ago or something. It was really fun. Uh, but the clip I saw of Trent singing Eyes Without a Face, it was great. Like he in his mimicry, I would say, of like Billy Idol's style, he kind of tapped into I think that same like delivery that he tapped into for God Break Down the Door from the trilogy, where he was kind of embodying Bowie. And a good singer can have lots of different deliveries, and he does. But this is like one that he hasn't explored as much. But I was really kind of blown away. I was like, he sounds so good. Like, so I just thought it'd be fun. We should watch the whole thing because I've only seen just one snippet. I want to watch the whole thing with you and just have my reaction. um, yeah. And also, like, just to be transparent, this is a little bit about my Kickstarter, just checking in, letting you know that I'm making an album and I have a Kickstarter going to help me fund the finishing the actual album, the engineering, as well as the release itself. So the album artwork, the designs, promotion, music videos, things like this to get it done right. And it will be coming out early next year. So if you're interested in supporting that, I only need 16 people to get a signed CD or 39 people to get the digital album. So maybe we can chip away a little bit at it, but we're closing in. And then I have to start thinking about stretch goals, which I'm also actually very excited about because now I think we have the potential to do things like a vinyl release and merch and instrumental versions and better, just better music videos. And just better things and more promotion and maybe some performances. And, the possibilities are endless. So, well, anyway, I guess I should put that link here. Just in case. Slap of the bass. All right. Here's that. How's everyone's Friday going? Friday is kind of my weekend, sort of. I mean, I pretty much work every day, but I teach all day on Thursdays, and so Friday is kind of my like I have to like slow down that day because I'm just it's like a 12-hour teaching day. Yes, I did it to myself. I'm not complaining. But yeah, sometimes I forget that Friday is not Saturday. Literally feels like Saturday for me. So I know most of y'all are at work. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. What I'm going to try to do is get the. Okay, this might be a little weird for a second. I'm going to try to share my whole screen and then full screen the video. Let's try that. Yes, I should have done this before, but I only had the idea of doing this half hour ago. I went as fast as I could. Here we go. Here we go. I guess you're just going to have to look at. Okay, here we go. All right, so it's going to be meta for a moment as I switch over to this. Okay. And we're going to turn on Google Chrome. All right. Yes. And I'm going to make it a little smaller so the screen fits. Okay. And maybe I'll make myself a little smaller. Can I make myself smaller? Yes. I can make myself smaller. Okay. So now presumably I should be able to full screen this and it will be the proper proportion. And unfortunately, since I'm full screening it, I won't be able to see your chats until it's over. So hopefully it'll work out. Okay, y'all. This is Trent Reznor covering Eyes Without a Face. Here we go.
Tell me all alone. It's easy to deceive, it's easy to tease, but hard to get relief. Your eyes without a face. Yes. Your eyes without a face. Got no human grace. Your eyes without a face.
He's great. He's great.
I spend so much time believing all the lies to keep the dream alive. Now it makes me sad. It makes me mad and true. We're loving what we do. If you saw me down, your eyes without a face. You saw me down, your eyes without a face. You saw me down, your eyes without a face.
Can't wait for the bridge.
Got no human grace. Your eyes without a face. Someone else pocket, let it make it smell. See the car and go to Las Vegas.
That was so, I mean, not only was Trent fantastic, I thought, but the band is really good. That was like a really solid cover. Yeah, I know the video quality is not very good. It was the 80s. But like you can tell, like they really were super faithful, very detail oriented. They nailed emulating all the different sounds and, you know, they followed it very faithfully. But I just love how he's just really got Billy Idol's inflections and all the little nuances. You can really hear it during the chorus when he says eyes without a face. That kind of your eyes, really big sound. Your eye, he like opens it all up just like Billy does. Your eyes without a face. And he does the face. I don't know what that is, but it's a very 80s thing. Face. And he doesn't also, like Billy and Trent, don't say the F very F-y. It's just kind of it's almost more of it's like a F and a V together. Face, you know. And, but yeah, doesn't he just, I mean, it just really suits him, I guess. Just like that style. But his voice had a little bit of like a certain kind of flexibility to it that maybe wasn't for Nine Inch Nails or something, but it just like, oh, so cool. Oh, wow. Okay. But you know what? Now that we've listened to it, okay. Actually, sorry. The bridge. I was excited for the bridge because, you know, that's a more theatrical part of the song. And man, did he get into it. And I guess he started playing bass, or I don't know. At first I just thought he was playing keys, but then I saw he had like a guitar or a bass guitar strapped to him. I couldn't tell exactly if he was playing or when or what, but clearly he was on the keys. Maybe he was doing those long pads. But yeah, I mean, he got so into it and he really just nailed it. He nailed it. He Nine-ish nailed it. Had to. Low-hanging fruit. The dance on the sun, turn a salty water into wine, and you know, say your prayers. It's so good. Okay, well, I'm satisfied. That was everything I wanted it to be and more. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, might as well figure out some of the harmony because I've always wondered, and I think there's a little bit of a educational nugget in here for y'all. So here we go. You can't hear that. Oh, I know why. Okay. All right. So it is the chord. So if you ever want to be able to memorize what a major seventh chord sounds like, and you know this song well, this could help you. Okay. But it's not voiced this way. Oh, I wish I could show you my keyboard. Too much for right now. Okay. So the top note is, wait. The third. Okay. All right. So. That might be how it's voiced. It could be also. Oh, maybe it's that. Okay, but anyway, so this chord, it's a 4-note chord. It starts on E, then it goes to G sharp, then to B, then to D sharp. And this is the root of it. This is the major third, gives it the the feeling character of the chord. And then you have the fifth, which just sort of reinforces the root. And then you have the note that makes this all sound the way it does, which is the seventh. That one. And it creates dissonance with the root. But with everything else in between them, it doesn't feel harsh. It actually feels quite gentle and sweet. And then this is the chord that then goes, but you can reorganize the notes in this chord to voice it differently, and I think that's probably what they did. Sorry. Maybe like this. But the bass is going, yeah. And what's cool about the way they voiced it, whoever wrote the keyboard line originally, is they put the seventh and the root of the chord actually right up against each other, the way they reorganize the notes. And so there's only a half step apart from them, and you get this crunch sound. And I believe that's what I'm hearing. I could be wrong. So if you want to play the exact voicing that I think it is, it starts on B, then D sharp, then E, and then G sharp. Nice. And then I think a lot of the chords maybe have sevenths on them or something. Maybe it's just that one. And then I think it's, sorry, that's not what I meant to play. I think it's C sharp minor. I guess I always thought it was. Oh. Maybe there's a seventh on that one. And that's the verse, which would be 1 to 1 to 6, and then 2, 3, then 2, 5. But then for the chorus, instead of going back home, they go down to A major and do this kind of back and forth between A major and B major over and over again, which makes it feel a little stuck in a good way. Like there's just a little bit of pain, and that line is so nice. And, in the original, it sounds like a woman singing, Actually, I don't even know what the lyrics are for that part. What is she singing? Oh, it's French. Eyes without a face in French. Les yeux sans visage. I don't know if I said that right. All right. But that's such a beautiful ascending line. And listen to da, da, da. There's like some tension as it goes up and then some resolution. Tritone. By the time it gets here, though, is that sixth? Yeah, it's creating this beautiful sixth. Now, what's interesting? Seventh chords and sixth chords can be the same thing as each other. It depends on how you organize the notes and what you consider the root to be. So to your ear, they can have a very similar sound. Like to my ear, this. That doesn't sound significantly different than what... Than that? Yeah. So I just played a sixth chord and then I played the seventh chord with the same notes. Yeah. So either way, the seventh in all these chords, I think, is like such a huge part of the sound of the song. It really, in my head, it's like lavender. It's just like lavender, creamy lavender. It's just so pretty. So, da 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 da, dies without a face. I love that. All of its tense. 7th, 6th, face. My favorite part, though, is eyes without a face. It's going to go down to another chord. Hang on. Duh. Okay. Face. That's the chord. With and then your eyes without a face. So this is called reharmonization, where you have this melody and then you just change the chord underneath the melody that you've been repeating. And now it's the same melody, but it feels different. Its foundation has changed. So now this instead of as without a face, which I think has kind of a warmth, now it sounds kind of tragic. Face. This minor chord, and I think it's a ninth that he's singing. Yeah. That's a pretty intense sounding chord. So that's so pretty. This is the 4 in the key. Face. And then I think it just goes wait. Da, 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 da. So it goes up. Da, 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 da. Your eyes without a face. That's wrong. What's wrong here? There we go. But you know, at the end, he doubles it up. Eyes without a face, got no human grace. Eyes without a face, again, such a human waste. So you start to feel this like delayed gratification, because before he went to the home chord where everything feels resolved, but now he's just keeping you stuck in this new place. It's like he kept you stuck here, now he's keeping you stuck here, which is these minor chords, so it's even harder. Eyes without a face, face. Yay! My 8-year-old heart is happy now. Oh, what was his band called? Do you guys remember? Something about birds, right? Oh yeah, Milo made it in the video. She was in a big mood today. We had a lot of playtime, a lot of pets, and but it wasn't enough. She wanted to go outside. Exotic birds. Thank you, exotic birds. I was gonna say a flock of seagulls, and I was like, no, that's a different band. Yes. Oh my goodness. Good. So fun. All right, friends. Well, I will probably see you tomorrow. And maybe by then my Kickstarter will be funded, and then we can, I'm interested to hear from you guys about the stretch goals I mentioned. I am curious, like, what is most exciting to you? So I guess those options would be vinyl release. It'll be like a limited edition, like probably one-time kind of thing, I would assume. A shirt that's like really cool, like an all-over print t-shirt from the photo shoot, which is going to have a lot of texture and could be really cool looking, and then maybe with the circle on the back or an ICSI logo on the back or something, but like a really nice, high quality, special looking t-shirt, / launching a merch store like in the spring, because it would help me get that going. Instrumental versions of the songs, which I know you haven't really heard all the songs. There's one song that you can listen to in full on my live stream replay section. But I think that could sound really cool, honestly. I mean, it matters to me that I make some decent music videos, because it will really help. It will really help the release. Like if you look at a musicians like YouTube and social media, the songs they have that have compelling video have so many more views and listens than the ones that's just a picture of the album artwork. So that's more of, I guess, a personal thing I want to be able to do. But if you want to support me in having a more successful release, then that would be like, by proxy, something you would want to maybe. So better music videos at all, and better music videos. I've heard things mentioned like a lyric book or something. How badly do you want sheet music for all of this? And anything else that you can think of. I'm always open. And luckily you can keep adding tiers to Kickstarters, and you can keep adding stretch goals and things like that. So, and if, by the way, and if you're like, I want to pledge, but I, don't have the funds at the moment, maybe next week, just, you won't be charged today. You won't be charged until the Kickstarter ends on December 22nd, and then they have to process all of it. So it might take even later into that week. So yeah, no worries. Okay, well, I'm going to go. I'm going to hang out with my mom now, and I'm just going to take a little bit of a break because I've been just going. All right. Well, that was so fun. I'm going to tell my dad. I'm going to be like, I analyzed Billy Idol. I'll send him this video. Yes. Okay. Until tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you.